Good evening, everyone. I am Sartorius. I'm hoping that this microphone is a lot better than the last one that I was using. But I had this very weird dream that I just feel the need to share with you all. If you have your own interpretations of it, then please share them in the comments below. I have my own, but I'm not exactly sure if I have it all covered. So any and everything that you guys would say will be greatly appreciated. So, in my dream, I was in an area that looked like a pet store, and all the animals were in tanks. My apologies. All the animals were in tanks, and everything was in water. In one tank, there were goldfish, and some of the goldfish were in nets. I don't know why. And they couldn't swim, like they couldn't move. They were just there. All the tanks had separate animals. Like it was all different. It was about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 tanks. There was one tank with a tiger in it. Again, filled with water. Everything was filled with water. There was one tank with a tiger in it. One tank with a black panther in it. A tank with snakes in it. Or one snake. I'm not exactly sure. And there was another tank that was below the tank with the goldfish that had different sea creatures, like snakehead, catfish, and things of that sort. Some other animals I can't really remember, or I know what they are, but I just don't know the name of it. So my sister and I was trying to move the animals into cleaner tanks. So we started to move the fish first. And as soon as we began to move the fish, one got out and started jumping everywhere. We both were struggling to catch this one fish. And the fish was hopping along until eventually we grabbed it. And we were going to put it back in the same tank that it was in, but it did not want to go in there. So it jumped out and landed in the tank with the other sea creatures, like the catfish and all of those. It landed in that tank. So my sister said, forget it, just leave it. And as this happened, the snake, the tank with the snake in it, started hissing at me. And you could see the fangs come out, and the Black Panther began scratching at the glass. So, my sister just disappeared. I don't know where she went. And I turned around to look for her, but she was nowhere to be found. So I decided I'll move the tiger. Now I'll move the tiger. I decided to move the tiger out of its tank, and the tiger was purring as I pet it. I moved it without any issues. The tiger was beautiful, wonderful, very well behaved. And on the wall to the left side had the Black Panther, and beside it is where the tiger was. Someone named Naya entered the room. I remember her name. She entered the room and asked if I needed any help. So I said, yes, I need help cleaning out the tiger's tank. So after I moved the tiger, everything went crazy. Like, all of the animals started wanting to fight. They all wanted to attack each other. And the Black Panther somehow got into the tiger's cage and ripped its throat out. There was blood everywhere. I don't mean to be too graphic, but I'm just explaining the dream. My apologies. There was blood everywhere. And the tiger died, obviously. And then the snake got into the fish tank. And it didn't swallow any of the fish. It was just biting them and killing them with its fangs. It was just biting them and squeezing the blood out of them until the tank was filled with blood. I don't know how. I don't know what it has to do with anything, or I don't know how that happened. But I told the woman, I said, let's leave because this is getting too crazy. There's nothing that we can do. Instead, she ran to the Black Panther and began to fight it. and the Black Panther cut off her left arm and her right leg. She managed to kill the panther, but she was obviously badly injured. It was hard for me to get to her without falling, because that's how bloody the scene was in my dream. But by the time I got there, I laid my hands on her, and she looked completely healed. Her arm was prosthetic, and her leg was prosthetic, but she was still alive. I don't know what any of this means, or I know what some of it means, but I don't know what it all means, or what it's trying to show me. But again, please, ladies and gentlemen, give me your interpretations of your dreams so I can see what you guys think. Thank you so much for listening. It's very hard for me to talk and actually know that someone is listening now. And Jesus is coming soon. God bless you. I love you.